Welcome to Totem Pole Sports on a Friday night where there's a lot of sports going on. We got UConn and Iowa playing right now. But we still gonna make content for you. And then we got the man
Mic
right
check.
here, the band for soul. Look at that outfit he got on. He got on the white Nike hat. He got on the Iowa polo. I mean, look at this man. This man is ready. He said Iowa. He says the upset. So is Coach Taylor. Coach Taylor's absence, he's too old. He's nowhere to be found. He dipped out last minute. And he also said, what's up, Carter? He also said that Iowa was going to beat UConn. Now, as of right now, it's the second quarter. The game is not over. I'm winning by 10 points as voting for UConn, but Iowa is turning the ball over. Now, we're gonna make this. We're not gonna make this as long as possible because we try to get this game. This game is very interesting. But first, I want David to start off with the South Carolina game. South Carolina, NC State.
We got a little interference there. I mean, we need a mic check. We need a mic check. We need a mic check, my friend.
Mic check.
I'm getting some interference.
Interference. What interference?
I got some static. I got static.
Not with me, but
can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can hear you clearly. I can hear you clearly.
I can't hear you clearly.
Oh Lord. What about now? Now your screen's black. You got a black screen. Screen is still black. Hello. Oh Lord. You got a black screen? Screen is frozen. Hold on. We gonna have to.
Hold on.
Now you're back.
And you're back. I can hear you loud and clear, my friend.
Oh Lord. You gotta get rid of that Android. That scared me a little bit. You gotta get rid of that Android phone. It's not working. You gotta get an iPhone, an iPad. You know what I'm saying? The top notch technology.
That business was on your end, my friend. Not my end.
No. I can hear you loud and clearly.
But when you were broadcasting over that piece of junk, it wasn't coming through. You had to make some adjustments.
I don't have the mic. No mic today. No mic today. It's just straight.
Well, then your phone needs to be upgraded.
No, it's not the phone.
There's many options in the Samsung family. Go ahead and try one.
Never. Samsung is not the answer. It's never the answer. But South Carolina stays perfect to be.
Hold on. I didn't get to say hi to the patrons.
Go ahead. What is it?
Good evening, everybody. Again, I'm trying to shake this little exhaustion that I've been having over the last couple of days. And to my Korean contingent out there, 안녕하십니까. Let's go.
Oh, okay. How do you feel about South Carolina's team? They're in the Final Four games Sunday at 3:00. Of course, the winner of UConn and Iowa will be facing South Carolina. How do you feel about this team? Well, this team went in the Final Four. This team has only lost 3 games in the last 3 years.
Well, I mean, hopefully judging from what you saw and I saw, there's no one touching Don Staley and the crew. There's no one touching. These two teams right here This is for second place. There's no chance. No chance. I mean, there's not much to talk about here in reference to what happened tonight. Um, that wasn't the Gamecocks A+. That wasn't even their B+ game, and it was a blowout. So tomorrow or Sunday night or Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock, the inevitable is going to happen. South Carolina
Well,
Gamecocks will be your national champions.
I would go for them if they play Iowa. Now, UConn might be 50-50, but we'll figure that out within the next
Dude, UConn's going
hour.
down tonight. They're about to get figured out here. They're going down.
How many points? Caitlin Clark has not scored more than 10 points in the half.
That's scary. That's scary. Because now it's halftime. They're only down 6. They're not down double digits. Good luck.
What do you mean that's scary? The team that turns the ball over the most does not win the football. Does not win the game. And Iowa
What
has
if they
more
don't turn the
turnovers
ball
than
over at all in the second half? What happens?
That's not going to happen.
I'm asking a question. What if they don't turn the ball over in the second half? What happens?
You can't predict the future.
I'm asking a question.
They still won't win because that depends on how UConn comes out.
So there's no chance of Iowa winning this ball game.
I didn't say there was no chance. I'm saying
then how do they win the game?
Stop Paige Buckers. Stop the other girl, Moole. Stop her, number 10. She's hit some clutch threes.
Stop Moole. She hit two uncharacteristic threes, or this game would be tied. Stop it.
It's not uncharacteristic threes. What are you talking about? You sleeping on a girl like that? UConn
uncharacteristic threes. Gino even said we need to get two or three threes for her to have a chance. Come on, man. This is a patchwork UConn team. They're about to get ran out of here in the second half.
Okay, so I want that same energy when the game's over. I want that same energy. I want
You'll
that same
get it.
energy when the game over.
You'll get it.
Okay,
you'll get it.
All right.
The Hawkeyes will close the deal. They will win the game and they will cover.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. Final Four tomorrow. Purdue, NC State. It's an older matchup, obviously. How do you feel about Purdue and NC State? Who do you have winning between Purdue and?
Well, you know what? I will go ahead and I'll tell you this. Because there's too much time to prepare for the Final Four, tomorrow is going to be irrelevant. Both teams, both favorites will cover their 8.5 and 11.5 spread. It's Purdue and UConn in the finals. This is like tonight. I just think like before the South Carolina game, the media is trying to create a buzz and keep people interested. Dude, tomorrow it's runaways. Tomorrow are runaway wins. Boring. Runaway. I mean, they're both teams will cover. So both teams will win by 8 points. Book it.
I don't know about the NC State Purdue thing, but I know UConn's gonna be Alabama.
Don't overthink it, man. Don't overthink it.
It's not about overthinking. It's about who takes care of those possessions. And as you've seen it, NC State, they've been able to make clutch shots and clutch passes and fouling out key guys in certain matchups out of a game. That's what it comes down to. It just comes down to execution. And NC State has been able to execute in the second half. It's all about execution.
Yeah, again, the first game of the tournament, the first game of the Final Four are two better teams that had more time to prepare for this game. The national championship, flip a coin because you only got 1 day to prepare. Purdue, the better team, is going to win these games. I promise you. The teams the better team that has the most time to prepare, book it, book it. There's not even a conversation here. It's not. This is going to be a runaway for both teams. It might be interesting in the first half, but you'll be going to get popcorn in the middle of the second half.
I'll be watching WrestleMania. I don't know about getting no popcorn. Madness, we want to thank you for tuning in to Total Pole Sports. And of course, the man from Seoul here speaking facts, except when it comes to the Jets making the except when it comes to the Jets making the AFC Championship game. We know damn well that's not happening. That's not happening. That's not even close. Not even close. Zach Edey as a choice to win second straight AP Player of the Year. How do you feel about Zach Edey? Has he changed the game of college basketball? Are you surprised that he's getting a choice for second straight AP Player of the Year award?
I don't know if he's changed the game of college basketball, but what he has done is he grew up in that organization because a lot of like he said, a lot of schools didn't look his way. But Edie now is a grown man, and he knows there's no one who can stop him once he gets that ball on the block. And that's where the season's going to end for NC State. Edie is on a mission, and Edie is an unstoppable force. The only thing that can stop Edie is foul trouble and him sitting on the sideline. But I think it's going to go in the opposite direction tomorrow because, again, NC State has not seen Edie. I know Purdue has not seen Burns, but I would rather be on the side of Mr. Edie because that guy eats. He eats. He changes the way you defense.
Okay. I do agree when it comes to Zach Edey that he hasn't changed the game in college basketball, but he is tall. Mattis said he is pissed because he gets zero NIL money. Zach Edey is going to be in the NBA. I normally look at him as a Yao Ming. I'm not comparing his game to Yao Ming. I'm just talking about size, right? I'm just talking about him being unstoppable. Go ahead.
No. I totally agree with that. I mean, in a Yao Ming, that is an honest assessment of Edie. It's just that it's about where he lands. He's an NBA player, but it's got to be the right fit.
You know what's
Because
you know why he's the right fit though?
there's still a role for a possession. I mean, excuse me, a big man, a rim protector, and a guy that can get you buckets in the paint. There's still room for a guy like that in the NBA.
You know where I think he fit at? The Boston Celtics. Chris
Yep, that's a great fit.
Kristaps was like he could be kind of like a Taco Fall. Like Taco Fall was supposed to be the
No,
guy.
yeah, he'd be the young heir apparent to 42.
42. For what team?
The Celtics.
Al Horford?
Al Horford. Because Porzingis is going to play the 4. He can play your 5. And again, like what on the you know why I like him on the Celtics? Because he has an opportunity to extend his game out. He'll be down on the block, but on a team like that over the years, as he works on extending his shot, then he can hit shot like corner shots and maybe corner threes. Because if the one thing I do know about Edie, if you haven't been watching him, he's a really good free throw shooter. So I think he has an opportunity to be a better shooter and a kick shooter in the NBA because he's going to be getting not slightly open looks from kick outs to him as a big man, and he knocks down free throws at a high clip. I mean, just give him time. But I like the Celtics as a fit.
Breaking news of today. Bronny James declares for the NBA draft and enters the transfer portal after one season. He has until May 31st. He's still eligible to return for college, but he has until May 31st to see if he wants to continue it or back out of the draft. How do you feel about Bronny James entering the transfer portal? Are you shocked? I know USC, they got different coach. They got Eric Munchman, I think the Arkansas head coach, former Arkansas head coach. Are you surprised just by the limited amount of playing time he's had? Then he had a cardiac arrest last summer, and then LeBron's talking about he don't have that much time left in the league. He wants to play with his son. Do you think this is the right move for Bronny?
It's all about what people in the NBA are willing to do. And two, um, is his measurables, his medical, and all those things that teams are going to look at. Is that going to play a part? And number three is, how serious is LeBron about playing for him? Because that means LeBron has to opt out of his contract this summer, number one. Number two, that means he's got to get a team. He's got to find a fit with him and a team that will draft Bronny or bring him in as an undrafted free agent. So there's a lot of connecting the dots there. Or does he say, "Hey, you're your own guy. I'm saying I want to play with you, but I'm just I, I, I'm okay with you just entering the league and becoming your own player." Um, After this season, I don't know. I mean, if he's not a first round pick, then why is he going in the draft? And I mean, I'm treating Bronny like every other person that is not the son of LeBron James. Like if we've got a freshman, just we got a freshman that had the type of season he had, that was a McDonald's All American and a established player and a player that we were looking at to go to the NBA. And he had a season where we're like, well, he's not going to be a first round pick, a one and done guy. At most, he's going to be a second round pick. Would we advise that kid to go into the draft or go back to school? That's where I have a little, because I think one more year of school as the lead man on a ball club will would solidify his pro ambitions, I believe. Just me. But there's a team that out there that could take a flyer on him and put him in a developmental league, or put him at the end of the bench and bring him in and develop him in their system because they like where he fits. Because it's not all about in the NBA, it's not all about who's the best players. It's like who's the best fit for our team. Because all the teams, as you know, play a different style of ball. They're not all cookie cutter. Every NBA team's the same. They need certain guys in certain positions to make their system go. And he might be part of that.
When it comes to Bronny, I'm not surprised about this. I just wish we had a little bit more film. Now, great high school player, but college is different than high school. As far as fundamentals are the same, but the stuff you get away with in high school, you can't get away with it in college, especially when he was at USC in that tough conference. You had UCLA and all this other stuff. It's you don't get away with the type of mistakes and freebies or whatever it has. Then when it comes to Bronny, I mentioned the other day on the show top 5 schools. Now one of them is Duquesne.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Drew Joyce, I think, is the coach. LeBron's longtime friend. That's one of them. I
Mm-hmm.
did say Ohio State would be a good fit. Ohio State got a new coach. They made it pretty. They didn't make it to the tournament, but they made some noise in the NIT. Even though nobody watches the NIT, Kansas would be a good fit. Like just just teams that he doesn't have to be like the main, like, you know what I'm saying, the main guy. What's up, Oreo? Teams that he doesn't have to be the
What's up,
main guy.
Oreo?
You don't have to be the main guy. Kansas is UConn. I think it's great. You don't got to be the main guy to UConn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You.
Yes.
I think for Bronny, you want to go to a team. If you go back, if you go back to college, you want to go to a team that's going to win, right? That's gonna win. Uh, not not Michigan State. I was thinking UNC, the Dukes, the ACC, one of the most toughest conferences of basketball. The ACC teams beat up on each other. So you want to go to a place that can win championships. Like you said, it's all about it's not really about the NIL money and stuff for Bronny because he already really has the money. So it's not like he
He's the
needs
top
the bread
NIL
like that.
earner in all of collegiate sports. So it's not about the money because I don't care what team he plays for. His NIL situation is not going to change. You are exactly right, and I liked how you talked about winning because USC did not win, and Bronny, if he stays in college, he has to be at a stage where he's on the stage that we're watching now. I'm not saying they got to make the Final Four, but they got to make the tournament. So he's got a little buzz behind him. And again, I totally agree with what you said about, you know, being on a team where, okay, you're not averaging 29 points a game, but you're contributing and you look like a pro, but you have a supporting cast that's going to get you to a tournament like this. And you get to showcase your talents. But because the where you showcase your talents is on the stage at the NCAA tournament. And again, it's not the NBA playoffs where you get several games or it's one and done. But you got to get there. I think he's got to be there next. If he stays back at school, he's got to be at a program that's going to be there. Meaning, at least a Sweet 16 where they get 3 games. We get 3 games of Bronny on primetime TV. And like I said, I like your UConn. I like your Kansas. I mean, we didn't even mention it, but heck, I like Kentucky because he'll be an experienced college player. That's a good place. I mean, but it's got to be a place like that. Kansas, Connecticut, blue blood, contributor, perhaps starter, and get in a tournament and gain some buzz.
Mm. ESPN and Barstool suck. Yeah, we don't watch them. I don't have time for you know Barstool and ESPN. NBA. Jimmy Butler leads the Heat. 22 points, the victory over the Rockets. Now, 15 days before the NBA playoff starts. Now, these 15 days are going to go by very, very quick. And
Mm-hmm.
you got the little play-in tournament, the 7 to the 10 seeds. Basically, whoever locks that last seed uh, in the playoffs. Paul, how do you feel about the Miami Heat? Are they going to make noise in the playoffs? They've been injury prone. Jimmy Butler has missed games. Tyler Hero's missed games. Kevin Love has missed games. Kyle Lowry's no longer on the team. Duncan Robinson's missed some games. And I know we heard playoff Jimmy, and I'm not underestimating the Miami Heat. And everybody has injuries, but the Miami Heat have been injured a lot. A
Mm-hmm.
lot. And
Mm-hmm.
how do you feel about that? I know they had some matchups with Boston the past 2 years, Eastern Conference Finals, going back and forth. Will we see that from the Heat? How far do you think they're going to go? You got the Celtics that are at least 11 games ahead of everybody else. Does Miami have hope? And despite New York Knicks, Julius Randle got shoulder surgery, so the Knicks ain't going to do too much either.
I will never write off the Miami Heat because, again, I've seen this movie before,
What's
and
good, Bryson?
and the movie included injuries, guys that have been sitting out and thing. The one thing the Miami Heat do and Pat Riley is if people are hurt, they don't play them because the playoffs are more important than the regular season. as we've learned in the past with the Miami Heat, they can be the 1 seed or the 8 seed. It doesn't matter. If they are healthy going into the tournament, they're going to be a problem. And again, there's like we call it playoff Jimmy. I just think it's Jimmy being Jimmy. He understands that. What's the most important thing about the regular season? Getting into the tournament. Doesn't matter what jersey you're wearing, whites or your dark uniforms, or if you're playing at TD Bank Garden or the Madison Square or down in Miami. It's a basketball game. And again, when you think about the last 5 years and you think about Eastern Conference playoffs and you think about Spoelstra and the boys down in Miami, they know how to play playoff basketball better than anyone in the Eastern Conference. So are they the favorites? No. But can they beat everybody? Yes. So they are a wait and see. To me, and again, if they're the 8 seed, they're just not an automatic out, as they proved against the Milwaukee Bucks. They're not out if they're the 8 seed. Because the last time I checked, they were in the NBA Finals as the 8 seed.
Totem Pole said, Paul, how are you feeling?
I'm losing my voice now, Totem Pole Nation. I'm going. Maybe I'm starting. I mean, and I never had a problem with like pollen, but I'm going through all kinds of stuff now. And then, I mean, I've been down for the count, and like now I'm feeling like I'm about to be hoarse, and I haven't been talking all day at all, except talking to old Jimbo Fisher this morning. But I mean, and I'm like, man, why is my throat so dry? But it's just this pollen, man, and it's really bad this year. We didn't get that snow, and the mosquitoes are going to be bad. I mean, but the pollen is going to be in full effect. And I'm not an allergy guy, but I'm just feeling weird, man.
No, I
But
agree.
you know what? Hey, man, I played football. Are you hurt or are you injured? I'm hurt, so I got to play.
Final thing before we all get back to watching this game. This game has gotten close. It's a 2-point game right now as we're speaking. What adjustments did need to be made in the first half, and who's going to come out on top in this UConn and Iowa game?
It's Iowa, and here they go. Whoa! They almost went up that bucket. UConn's going to run out of gas. They got a really short bench, and they're starting to clank some shots. I mean, it's just it's going to be attrition is going to beat them tonight. Iowa's got the longer bench, and then I mean they got the best player in college basketball. It'll shape itself out. But when once Iowa takes the lead, they'll pull away just like South Carolina did earlier. And they almost got the bucket there. Yeah. So yeah.
I still think that UConn is going to win. Obviously,
Do we
with the
do we still got $100 on this?
Oh, what, this game?
Yeah.
No, we said 100. We said 100 on the Jets making the AFC Championship game. I ain't bet 100 on this game.
Okay. Yeah, not winning, Jets. Making it, right? Making the game. Okay.
Making
yeah,
what?
Okay. Huh?
That's too late. It's in the third quarter. We should have done this yesterday. This is the third
All right.
quarter.
No, I'm good. No, because when I said I was gonna win, you fell out your chair, and I was like, dude, what's wrong with you?
I didn't fall out my chair, but I mean, we could have put some money on it if we did this before the game. This is the third quarter now. There's only 14 minutes left. So I think UConn is going to win. Obviously, I understand they look like they're running out of gas. At the end of the day, it comes down to experience. UConn has been there multiple times. Gino is 11-time champion. 11-time champion. 11. Ain't nobody surpassing that, man. And Paige Buckner's mule.
Yo, but I mean, look, man, when you keep saying 11-time champion, you're talking about past events. The last time I checked, people like Caitlin Clark aren't going to UConn. They would have 10 years ago, but
Wait a
they're starting
minute.
to move
Wait
away
a
from
minute.
Gino.
Whoa.
They're
Whoa,
starting
wait
to
a
move
minute.
away from Gino. And Gino, look, Gino, since he's had what's her name, Breggers or Kate Breggers, since he's had her, who else has came to Gino that was that one? They're going to Dawn Staley. They're going all around the country. Gino, he had his time, but nobody wants to play for him anymore. Look, just look. Like he's gonna get people to come play, but is he getting the elite stars like he did for like a 15-year run and he just ran with them? So again, this is is it Gino or I mean look, go to ESPN too. You got Tarasi on there. You got Sue Bird on. They played at UConn. He got the best players every year out of high school. He ain't getting that anymore. People are done with his show. And what has it turned into? He's competing just to get to this spot. And every year that goes by, I think the talent is going to spread to other teams. And right now, he's envious of South Kakalaka because Dawn Staley is getting the Geno players of yesteryear. He can't touch Dawn Staley, and that frustrates him.
Last time I checked, I understand about getting the players. Last time I checked, rings count. That's last time I
Dude, that's
checked.
past. That's past. Okay,
No,
okay.
wait.
When is he
You
going to win
act
the
like
next ring?
UConn.
When?
No,
Okay, when is he going to win his next ring?
This year.
We could,
Sunday.
I could talk about the rings he won with,
Sunday.
Rebecca Lobo and Tarasi, but he had the best players in America on his team.
He will win a ring on Sunday. On Sunday, he will win a ring.
How much money you got, folks?
How much money I got on? I got 50.
Yeah.
50.
Hold on.
50.
All right. Hey, can I like tap my debit card on the window?
You go ahead and tap whatever you want to tap.
I'll tap my debit card. I'll take that 50. Ching, ching, ching.
You go ahead and take it up just like that. And I'll be
out. So that means right now I have Iowa and South Carolina. You lose.
But wait a minute. No, hold on. Because look, if UConn don't win, I'm going for South Carolina. I'm saying if UConn and South Carolina play, I'm going for UConn. If Iowa and South Carolina play, I'm going for South Carolina. I said that. I've already said that. I said on this show on this previous.
So that's your out. So because it might not happen tonight. Okay. All right. Okay.
That's not my out. I said it in the beginning of the week.
Okay.
I said it in the beginning of the week. I said on Monday, Tuesday of our show, you weren't here. You and Coach Taylor weren't here. One of y'all came. All three of us was not here. I said that if UConn, actually it was Coach Taylor on Monday or Tuesday, whenever, Tuesday, I said, when I was with Coach Taylor, I said, if UConn don't beat Iowa, and it's Iowa against South Carolina, I said that South Carolina is going to get Iowa. And I said if UConn and South Carolina play against each other, I said I might take UConn or I might take South Carolina because it's 50-50. Either team can win. But as far as me betting on DraftKings or Prize Picks, I'm not doing it. That's what I said on Tuesday. That's what I said. Obviously. But this is it for Total Post Sports because we got Final Four to watch. We made it a little short because women's college basketball is great. We want to thank you, the man from Seoul. We will see you back on Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday because the championship game is on Monday. So we will not be here on Monday. We will come back on Tuesday night because the championship game for the men's is at 9:00. So we will be watching the men's very, very closely. And like I said, I'm always right when it comes to sports.
Whoa,
Yes.
time out. So that means we're
Doc,
going to
what you
have
talk?
no. I'm calling it now. I'm calling Jimbo Fisher, Coach Bald. I'm calling Total Pole Nation. We are going to have a pregame show to the national championship. Book it. I'm good. If I have to pay for it, we're coming on. If I have to get you off work, Lambo, you're going to be there. We're having a pregame show to the national championship, as Pat McAfee so eloquently states, the championship.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You forgot I coach youth football, so I'll be at practice on Monday.
Well, we will have you live from the sidelines of practice, and we'll get to talk to some of your players. How about that?
I want my players focused on Friday's game. First game of the season. I want my players focused for Friday.
It's Monday, Lambo. Let them have a little fun.
They only get 2 practices a week. It's not an everyday practice. They only get 2 practices a week according to Chesterfield County rules. They only get 2 practices. Monday, Wednesday, and the game on Friday. They only get 2 practices. That's not a lot of practices. I don't make the rules. I'm not Chesterfield County. I don't make the rules. If I made the rules, they'd have practice every day.
But you are Totem Pole Nation. You are Totem Pole Nation.
I am, but
you are the lead man on the desk.
I am, but I'm a real coach. I'm like Coach Taylor. I don't bring my phone to practice. I learned from Coach Taylor. I don't bring my phone to practice. I leave that joke in the car. Real coaches don't bring their phone to practice.
Okay.
That's what Coach Taylor does. He would just hide his phone in a little desk, or he hide his phone in the locker. Real coaches don't have their phone. But this is it for Totem Pole Sports. We'll be back Monday with the pregame show. Obviously, pregame show before the national championship game. And then we'll be back for the rest of the week for Totem Pole Sports to give you the best and only one quartet, because we are better than ESPN and Barstool. Goodbye. Y'all have a great night. Let's go.